Right, we are going to draw a character called Mr. Stink. Mr. Stink is a character created by David Walliams, who I'm sure you are familiar with. And the illustration of Mr. Stink is very much in the vein of Quentin Blake. So it's a very loose, kind of scruffy style, which is quite hard to do a draw along to, but we will...
Is Quentin Blake.
Did Quentin Blake illustrate Mr. Stink?
Wait.
I don't think he did.
I thought he did.
Well, let's have a look. You have a little look.
Come up with the answer.
You come up with the answer and I'm going to get started. Right, so Mr. Stink, we are going to give him a loose pair of glasses. Now, to do this in the style of this artist, who is similar to
Quentin Blake.
Okay, forgive me. It is Quentin Blake. Okay. So
Similar
glasses,
to Quentin Blake,
okay,
it's Quentin
and his glasses are kind of smashed, so he got sort of marks in them like that, and then they link together there, okay, and then his eyes are literally just dots, okay, and then he's kind of grinning, sort of, all right, and then the other glasses goes off to his ear, which is about there, and then we've got another ear which is about here, which is a bit bigger.
Can you slow down, please?
Sorry. And then we've just got all this kind of scruffy, unshaven hair coming out of his ears and out of his chin. Because I don't think he's ever seen a razor, Beatrice. Ever. Okay. Got all these bits of stubble and whiskers here and there and every which way. Not so much on the top of his head, because he is balding. So we've got a few little strands up here, something like that. A few little bits trying to grow through there. A little bit thicker here, a bit bushier here. Okay, that's it. Now he's got this...
Oh, there's some in his ears.
There's some in his ears. That's right. So there we go, there's his face. And he's got a kind of interesting sort of red bow tie on, which perhaps he found 40 years ago on the floor. And it's like that under there. It's always very interesting drawing in the style of an illustrator who's incredibly loose with their drawings, because you try and neaten it up and it's just impossible. Right, we've got his collar here, which is a bit thicker, comes down like that. And we've got another sort of bit of collar here, which is a bit smaller. And then we've got some kind of weird thing going on underneath here, which is the top of his coat. He's starting to look a little bit like Dracula. That can't be right. What's going on? And then he's we got an arm coming down like this. And then it's going to go all the way down to about here. And then sort of like this. So it's just kind of a wobbly shape like that. And we can do the same on the other side. This kind of thing.
Oh God, he looks like Dracula. He does actually look like
We'll
Dracula.
make sure and then he's sort of tied his coat up with a bit of string, I think. And the coat also comes down like this. And obviously it's a bit raggedy. And he's got a funny little hand here. And he's got a funny little hand here. Okay. Like this. Okay, I'll let you catch up. A few sort of pockets, bits and pieces, more bits of rag hanging down.
Oh, no, I'm really good at this. I'm going to draw a patch. Look how perfect my patch is.
Well, don't make it too perfect, because this is a Quentin Blake illustration. Well, that's a nice patch, admittedly. So we'll go like this. Lots of funny little marks all over it. Then this is kind of the bottom of the jacket that he's wearing underneath. Something like like that. Some other little bits. Okay. This is a really lovely, scruffy drawing, isn't it? Look at this. Okay. And then we got his trousers here. And of course, he's got some raggedy trousers on, like this. Okay, and some raggedy trousers like this. Like that. And he's got some skinny little legs under there. And I'm just going to move the camera ever so slightly so we can see. Just sorry about this.
I'm drawing another patch.
And then he's got some shoes on. Like that.
Look a bit like ladies' shoes.
Or maybe they are. You never know. There we go. And that is our Mr. Stink. You can almost smell him from here.
Oh no, I'm doing this.
Almost. Right, now let's get some bit of colour on him. Now again, even with the colouring, we can afford to be just a little bit sort of untidy and not worrying too much about making it all perfect. Okay, so I'm not worrying too much if my pen blends a little bit. I'm not going to do this in a perfect way because it's always has a slightly sort of unfinished feel to it, this illustrator. There's always slightly. So like for example, we don't have to fill in everything, not quite. Okay, this is quite a nice loose way of working. He's got a red bow tie, like that. Again, we're not worrying too much about things moving across. This is like a lightish blue under here. I'll allow that to blend a little bit with there. Okay. And we've got little bits of this blue kind of all over his trousers, really. Up into his jumper. There we go. A little bit here and there. I forgot about his ankles, Bea.
I'm going to draw like a pink sock here.
Yeah, we need a nice pale brown.
Pink sock.
What do we got? I'm just going to give this one a go. That's okay, I think. A little bit of that. It's quite nice to be loose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just go for it. Right, what else can we do here? Another little bit of a different brown.
Look
maybe.
at my patch. Like they're really...
I love your patches.
I know, I love them as well. I'm obsessed with these type of stuff.
Right, I'm looking for another bluey grey colour. Let's try that. Oh! Right, you nearly done?
Nearly. And I've just got to add the disgusting finishing touch.
Oh, that's very satisfying. I like that.
Because he is Mr. Stink after all.